The Stretch Internet Broadcast Studio. Please enter your 4-digit code now. Your code has been accepted. Your broadcast will begin in 5 seconds.
This is Tony Duckworth, Director of Athletics and Chief Athletics Officer at Northeastern State University. You've heard the news how state budgets have affected higher education, and NSU is not immune. We need your help, and every dollar matters. Why not consider sponsorship of one of our 10 varsity athletic teams? From banner signage to radio and internet broadcasts to our Adopt a Player campaign. You are making an investment into the lives of our 300 student athletes. You can also help by attending one of our home events. We have tickets priced to fit almost everyone's entertainment budget, and you get the opportunity to experience high-level NCAA Division II athletics in your own backyard. For sponsorship or marketing opportunities, contact Scott Pettis at 918-444-3955, or feel free to visit our website, GoRiverHawksGo.com. We hope you will consider making an investment in our future. The student athletes of Northeastern State University, thank you.
Inside the Northeastern State University Event Center this afternoon, it comes to an end of the long and winding road known as the chase to the MIAA Conference Tournament. And for the Riverhawks of head coach Mark Downey in his first campaign as head basketball coach, it becomes a win-win situation, a must-win situation for the Riverhawks here today against Washburn, and then a must-win situation for Lindenwood playing this afternoon in St. Charles, Missouri against Missouri Western. That's where it all comes down to. But first things first, the Riverhawks must take care of their business against the Ichabods of Washburn. Coached by Brett Ballard in his first season, coming in with a 13-5 record in conference play, 19 wins on the season. A team that back on January 11th just gave the Riverhawks all kinds of fits as Washburn picked up the victory 82-70 over Northeastern State, despite a 17-point performance from Jamir Andrews. He was the only player that got into double digits that night, while the Ichabods used the second half performance of their go-to guy, Brady Skeens, who had 20 points on the night to lead the way, along with his 8 rebounds. But the 11-4 run to start the second half after a game that was nip and tuck at intermission. The Ichabods shoot 55% from the field and run away and hide by 12. That's all history. Today, the final chapter of the initial campaign of head coach Mark Downey to be written, at least for the regular season, as the Riverhawks will be watching their own efforts and keeping an eye out of the corner of their eye on the MIAA Conference scoreboard, as they will be watching with intent. The action being played this afternoon in St. Charles as Lindenwood entertains Missouri Western. It's simple as this. Missouri Western must lose. Northeastern State must win to get that 12th and final seat in the MIAA Conference Tournament. Other games being played around the league. Lincoln, who lost on Thursday night to Missouri Western in a bit of an upset, back at home in Jefferson City, Missouri against the top-rated Bearcats of Northwest Missouri. Pittsburgh State is at home against Central Missouri, and Central Oklahoma taking on Thursday night's Riverhawk opponent, Emporia State. Standings in the conference look like this. Northwest Missouri and Missouri Southern Washburn, all three have sealed their first round bye. Central Missouri, of course, needing a win. They're tied with Central Oklahoma, and that game that we were mentioning a moment ago between UCO and Emporia State along with the Central Missouri-Pittsburgh State matchup this afternoon in Pittsburgh, Kansas, having a great deal of importance to those two teams who will hope to earn a first-round bye and play in the quarterfinals in Kansas City. Nebraska Kearney is followed right behind at 11-8. Fort Hays State at 10-9. Then Lincoln at 9-9. Of course, Fort Hays State and Nebraska Kearney, their regular seasons are done, having played last night. Pittsburgh State at home at 8-10. Lindenwood at a 7-11 mark. Southwest Baptist at 6-13. Then there's the three-way tie between Emporia, Northeastern State, and Missouri Western. And like the Riverhawks said, the way we get in is with the win and with the Lindenwood victory, because a tie between Northeastern State and Missouri Western with Emporia out of it, because the Riverhawks have the sweep of that matchup on the year, as well as Missouri Western having beaten Emporia State, that would eliminate ESU and would leave it up to Northeastern State and Missouri Western if all three teams were to tie. But first things first, Riverhawks got to find a way to get on the winning track again. A super effort. Down 15 at halftime, the Riverhawks used an 11-0 run to open the final 20 minutes and then get the game winner from Jamir Andrews with 2.1 seconds left to go in a 68-66 win over Emporia State. Josh Boer had another double-double, 18 points and 12 rebounds. Riverhawks in the second half were on fire from beyond the arc, having made 7 of 9 of their three-point attempts. They can't afford to get into that type of a deficit here this afternoon against Washburn, because Washburn will play pace with you. They're the third best scoring team in the conference, averaging 77 points a ball game, but they are second best in margin of points victory at right at 10 points a ball game. A team that shoots third best in the conference stats at 48%, but they had the best field goal defense, limiting opponents to just 41%. Riverhawks on the year are shooting 43%. And it's also a team that leads the league in rebounds as well as in rebound margin. So you know there won't be a lot of opportunities to gather second chance points because of the Ichabod's inside rebounding strength, led by their all-everything defensive specialist as well as point producer Brady Skeens, the senior out of Lenexa, Kansas, averaging 14.3 points a ball game, along with his 10.7 rebounds. On top of that, speaking of those 14 points, Skeens leads the conference in field goal shooting percentage. He's made 73% of his field goal attempts, 153 of 209. So he's first in rebounds, first in field goal percentage, number one in block shots with 66 so far this season for the two-time MIAA Defensive Player of the Year. That's not the only threats the Ichabods will pose this afternoon. Javion Blake, the 6'3 junior from Olathe, Kansas, averaging 14.6 a game, had 18 points in that first matchup back on January 11th. And a third player to keep an eye on, Tyus Martin, the 6'4 junior out of Wichita, Kansas, averaging 11 points a ball game. Earlier today, the recognition of the seniors playing there for the final time here in the event center. Lucas Antunes, a graduate student, or senior, coming in from northern Iowa by way of Toledo University, a native of Madrid, Spain, along with Jamir Andrews, the graduate student who has been, as expected, the offensive savior of the Riverhawks for the better part of the season. Jamir now shooting 40% on three-point field goals, 84 of 202. He's second best in the league in field goals, three-point field goals made per game, with his 84 trays, has an average of better than 3 trays per contest, and has had 10 20-point games on the season and averaging a season 16.3 average this year. Lucas Antunes, the 6'3 senior, as we mentioned, from Madrid, Spain, averaging 8 points a ball game. And then a member of the 1,000-point club, Montre Williams, the 5'10 senior out of Paris Cove, Texas, averaging 9.4 points a ball game. Riverhawks are going to need a solid effort from those three, along with Trent Cantrell, Tanner Mouse, and Josh Boer, who had the double-double on the game on Thursday night. Northeastern State must win, and they'll be cheering for Lindenwood. Mark Downey has just chewed on it and chewed on it and chewed on it after that loss on the road back earlier this season, losing at Missouri Western. He knew right then it could and possibly would come back to create a headache, and that's exactly the way it's come down to this afternoon's ball game. But first things first, Riverhawks must find a way to get into the win column, and they'll look to do that here this afternoon against the Ichabods of Washburn. Back with more on the Riverhawks Sports Network. That after this timeout from one of our friends, Studeville Ford.
Studeville Ford in Tahlequah has Green Country's largest selection of new and used Ford cars, trucks, and sport utility vehicles. No matter your driving preference, chances are you'll find it on the lot today. Stop in and take advantage of the Quick Lube. No appointment necessary. And for service after the sale, you'll definitely want to see the friendly and experienced staff at Studeville Ford, located at 4602 South Muskogee Avenue. Studeville Ford in Tahlequah, local like you.
We mentioned this is the final regular season game for both Washburn and Northeastern States, the final regular season weekend of college basketball in the MIAA. The men's games being played around the conference this afternoon. Central Oklahoma at home against Emporia State, Lincoln University and Jeff City entertaining Northwest Missouri. Pittsburgh State at home against Central Missouri, and then of course that extra important ball game we talked about earlier, the St. Charles, Missouri matchup, Lindenwood hosting Missouri Western. Women's action around the MIAA conference in games played earlier today. Central Oklahoma gets the automatic bye. They beat Emporia State 87-86. Lindenwood defeated Missouri Western 61-50, and top-ranked Central Missouri defeated Pittsburgh State in a dandy 60-56. Our pregame countdown to tip-off will continue momentarily. When we return, it'll be time for today's Riverhawk starting lineups. Brought to you by Reese's, where you'll always find the right stuff anytime you shop your nearby Reese's. It's Northeastern State and Washburn for a ticket to the MIAA Conference Championship Tournament. We hope with some help from Lindenwood. Our pregame countdown to tip-off. Starting lineups coming your way. That after this timeout on the NSU Sports Network.
Sold.
Final Saturday afternoon of the 2018 MIAA Conference Championship race. When day is done, the 12 contestants for the MIAA postseason basketball tournament that will be played this coming week. First round action being played on home site campuses. Teams seeded 5, 6, 7, and 8, while Teams 9, 10, 11, and 12 will travel to one of those 4 locations. And then it'll all move to Kansas City for the quarterfinal, semifinal, and final round action. Northeastern State hoping to be one of those 12 teams to find a way to get into the postseason tournament and then just let the chips fall where they may as Mark Downey's ball club comes home for the final time in this season of action with a 4-9 home record and 2-7 in league play, 4-14 on the year in conference action, needing a win against Washburn, who enters play this afternoon with 13 wins out of 18 starts in the MIAA conference tournament race. Starting 5 for the visiting Ichabods, the first-year head coach Brett Ballard, who replaced the legendary Bob Chipman, who had been the head coach at Washburn since 1978 with 808 wins to his storied career. The starting 5 for the visiting Ichabods will include a 6'3 junior from Olathe, Kansas, Javion Blake, averaging 14.6 a game. Brady Skeens, the defensive workhorse, the muscle in the blocks, averaging 14.3 and 10.7 rebounds per action. Tyus Martin, a 6'4 junior from Wichita, Kansas, averaging 11 points a ball game. The other 2 starters, a senior from Lawrenceville, Georgia by way of Jacksonville State, Randall Smith, and Jace Williams, a redshirt freshman, 6'5" out of Hutchinson, Kansas, averaging right at 2.8 points per ball game. Starting 5 being introduced for the Riverhawks of head coach Mark Downey. Now with 212 wins in his career. His initial campaign here, at least as far as the regular season is concerned, being concluded this afternoon. The starters will include a 6'7 sophomore out of Denton, Texas, Gordon Hill. Josh Boer, the transfer, a native of Memphis, Tennessee. Boer averaging 7.8 points a game, had another double effort on Thursday night in the win over Emporia with 18 points and 12 rebounds. Boer averaging 7.8 points a game and 4.9 point rebounds per contest. Tanner Mouse, the 6'1 junior, is 11 points and 3 assists were key in that win on Thursday night. The junior from Ketchum averaging 8.7 a game. Jamir Andrews, the grad student, the Riverhawks' leading scorer on the year, averaging 16.3 a game. And then Mr. Riverhawk, Montre Williams, the 5'10 senior from Caparas Cove, Texas, with his family in attendance here to follow him for his final regular season game on the home hardwood. Williams making his 84th start this afternoon, playing in a Riverhawk uniform for the 108th time. He comes into play this afternoon with 1,044 points to his career. Officials for today's game: Robert Burris, Shea Hamilton, and Justin Brewer will blow the whistles this afternoon. And we're just about set for the opening tip of today's game. In the circle will be Brady Skeens against Gordon Hill. Burris will step between the two. The ball is up, tipped into the back air, and the Riverhawks have the basketball. Montre Williams with a left-hand dribble, being pressured out on the point by Randall Smith, and away from action, a quick and a hand check holding foul going to be called against Tyus Martin, away from the basketball. Riverhawks will inbound underneath their own basket. Northeastern stay in that light gray. Washburn in more of a blue tinted gray. Their road uniforms. Montre Williams will come out and take the pass after the entry to Josh Boer. Shot clock at 15 as the ball goes to Boer. Trying to go inside for Andrews. Fumbled it, picked it back up, still with 10 to shoot. Andrews, 7. Somewhere to go to. Give it off to Montre Williams. Driving inside to the glass, passes back to Boer, off the window, couldn't get it to fall on the reverse spin. Entry trip for the first time this afternoon. Up the court comes Washburn. Out front with the basketball is Jace Williams. Right wing around the perimeter, Martin now back to the point, 3 on the way, back rim, no good. Offensive rebound secured on the pull down by Martin. Now back to the perimeter, Martin on the return pass, gets the feed from Randall Smith. Pass tried to roll it inside for Brady Skeens, and Jamir Andrews, little jump out in the gap, gets the steal. Now to Trey Williams, right side, deep for a 3. The backside bounds too high off the iron, and the Ichabods have the board. In transition, Javion Blake with a left right-hand dribble. Passing it over to the far left corner, Martin around the perimeter. Now all the way to the right side on the catch to Jace Williams. Trying to get it to Brady Skeens, and inside, player control on the push-off Gordon Hill defending against Brady Skeens, who extended that left arm to get separation and gets ticketed for the foul. His first team foul, number 2. Pacing back and forth on the sideline with a look toward the officials is Brett Ballard, as if to say, what's my guy supposed to do? They were holding his arm. And they were. Montre Williams kicked to the corner to Boer. Back outside for Tanner Mouse. Had the ball stripped free and a reach in. Nice defensive effort by Martin. He'll go in there with a running layup for 2. Defensive takeaway, points off turnovers. 18-18 to play here in the opening half. Washburn with the early 2-0 lead. Montre Williams with the dribble. Crossover at the elbow. Down the lane, underhand pass out of the weed to Josh Boer. With the left-hand bounce, dribbles into the double team, comes out beyond the arc. Montre Williams looking right, dribbling left, and trying to hip check and denied the dribble drive. It was Randall Smith. His first foul and team foul 3. Jamir Andrews, Gordon Hill, Josh Boer, Montre Williams, and Tanner Mouse get in the starting 5 for head coach Mark Downey. Williams, underhand exchange to Mouse. Ball screen from Andrews. Tanner with the left-hand dribble. Back to Williams in the left corner. Defense of Smith up in his face. Now with 6 to shoot. Around to the top of the arc. Boer drives the window. Goes inside off the glass. Can't get the roll. But the foul will be called. It'll be on Washburn. Foul will be ticketed to Chase Williams. That's his first foul. And team foul 4. Brett Ballard pleading with the trio of officials as if to say, my man was vertical, straight up and down. The foul called on the shot attempt will send Josh Boer to the free throw line. The junior from Memphis, Tennessee, 70% accuracy on the free throw line this season, makes the first of 2. Gets the Riverhawks on the scoreboard. And a chance to tie it up here. Second free throw on the way by Boo. Rims in good. So we're tied at 2 after a pair of free throws. And back up the court comes Washburn. On the drive, Randall Smith penetrating in the paint, kicks to the wing, open 3. Wide open look for Tyus Martin. 34% accuracy on the season. He's got all 5 points for the Ichabods, who lead by 3. Montre Williams between defenders. Splits a gap with a quick burst of speed. Montre to the house for 2. Outside on the attacking dribble, Randall Smith around the perimeter. Go back to the left side for Javion Blake. Mouse up in his grill. Now they lob it inside for Skeens. Riverhawks double down and drawing double team. And I think we're going to get a little hip check foul here called. Foul is going to be called on Gordon Hill. Doing a little bit too much hand check hip blocking underneath the foul called. Isaiah Bellamy quickly up off the bench. Blank to inbound, trying to get it to Skeens. Instead has to come out front on the exchange with the basketball, Will McKee. He'll get it back in traffic, want to attack the glass, have to be coming back outside on the reversing defense by the Riverhawks. Now Skeens double triple team in traffic, skips the pass across the floor, 3 out of the right corner, in and out, no good. Off the shot attempt from Martin, and the Riverhawks have the defensive rebound. Now Andrews will go in traffic and go up for the shot, and they're going to allow the held ball call as Andrews on his attacking dribble fumbled the loose ball. Mark Downey challenging the decision. So neither coach satisfied with the early whistles. 5-4 the score. Skeens off a high post whistle and away from action. We got a blocking foul, and Isaiah Bellamy, who had hands on the hips of Brady Skeens, will get called for the foul. Mark Downey and his coaching staff, Justin Kennedy, trying to come up with a little different defensive picture for denying Skeens opportunities. Checking in. The lineup, shot put up in the paint, no good. Off the shot attempt. Skeens missing from point-blank range. Riverhawks have the rebound. Williams working between traffic and trying to split too small of a crease. And fumbling it away out of bounds. Riverhawks turning it over for the 3rd time here in the opening 3.5 minutes of action. 5-4 the score. Washburn by a point. Outside on the bounce, Randall Smith, right wing over to Javion Blake. Come back between the circles to the left side. Looking to find Skeens working in the blocks. Now Brady out top of the circle, picked up by Bellamy. Pushes the pass. They go over the lane of defense, inside of the glass. Partially blocked, but able to keep control of it with Javion Blake. Nice strong move by the junior from Olathe, Kansas. What makes it a 3-point game on the basket, 7-4. 15:40 to go here in the opening 20 minutes of action. Right up in his shoulder is Blake. Back to Andrews from deep in the left side for a three. Jamir Andrews. Riverhawks would like to see him get a bunch of those today. Ties the game at 7. Now ball fake, drive baseline, 10-footer up, no good. Underneath, Montre Williams with a defensive rebound. Northeastern State a chance to take the lead as we reach the 15-10 mark of the opening half. Andrews out front to Boer. Looked right, back left, off to Jamir. Going to shoot another one, and got another one. Oh, could he be feeling it? Is this the day that he goes off for 9 or 10 trays? Well, back-to-back three-pointers have put the Riverhawks in front 10-7. 14:50 to play. Ichabod's passing on the perimeter. Jump switch out front defensively. Down the entry pass to Skeens. Dribbles inside. In trouble. Shut off defensively. There were 3 gray shirts there to deny Skeens a trip to the rim. And on the fall away, missed the shot. Riverhawks have the loose ball. 14:38 to go as Tanner Mouse will take it. And as he took the pass, stepped on the side boundary. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 14:36 to play. Here in the opening 20 minutes of action, Riverhawks of Northeastern State leading Washburn 10-7. Back in a moment on the NSU Sports Network. Bill Huddleston courtside. 14:36 left to play here in the opening 20 minutes. Riverhawks on a pair of back-to-back three-point baskets from Jamir Andrews with a 10-7 lead. Just being given the info out of the athletics office here at Northeastern State. Riverhawk women will advance to the tournament. And they'll do it with a trip to Emporia State on Monday night. More about that a little bit later on. Right now back to the men's action. 10-7 our score. Top of the arc pass. McKee with it. Over the right wing and away from action. We've got a whistle and a holding foul going to be ticketed. Riverhawks will get fouled here. It's going to be on Josh Boer. Away from action on the throw-in, we got a illegal pick screen foul call. Foul going to be whistled on Cameron Wiggins. The whistles blowing frequently here in the opening 5.5 minutes of action. Josh Boer comes out, Trent Cantrell coming in. As the Riverhawks work the ball on the perimeter over a ball screen, a little hand check and a whistle and a foul call will be on Chase Williams. So apparently we're going to get a tightly contested game defensively, and that's going to mean for a lot of whistles and stoppage of play. Williams goes out, and for the first time this afternoon, Clayton Holmberg, a 6'8 sophomore out of Shawnee, Kansas, comes aboard. Entry pass, Andrews giving it to Montre Williams. Across the double screen, Williams back to Jamir. took a look at it. Shake and bake move at the free throw line all the way to the window. Running to the rim for two. Andrews just took it and drove it right into the face of Tyler Guyman. All the way to the glass. 12-7. Riverhawks on an 8-0 run. Outside around the perimeter. Wiggins with the basketball. Off to Guyman. He launches a three from deep in the right side. It's good. Tyler Guyman, a 23% three-point shooter on the year. Slices the deficit to 12-10. Williams attacking the window. Passing the ball to the corner. Off to Cantrell. He shoots one high off the glass. It's battled for, and in the slapping for the loose ball, it's out of bounds off the touch of Isaiah Bellamy. Substitutions. Brady Skeens back aboard, as will be Tyus Martin for head coach Brett Ballard. Riverhawks to play with Montre Williams, Trent Cantrell, Tanner Mouse, Isaiah Bellamy, and Jamir Andrews. Guyman with the dribble, picks it up, passing it over for Holmberg, trying to find Skeens, backing down inside. Now top of the arc three on the way, good. Cameron Wiggins. Wiggins, 36% average from beyond the arc. Back-to-back three-pointers have given the Ichabods back the advantage. Now Williams looking for the screen. Montre off the dribble. Right hand whips a pass across the floor. Cantrell open for a three. Shot's no good. Got a little contact after the shot, trying to influence the official. Now back on the other eye. Wiggins will fire a three. That's no good. Skeens, an offensive rebound. Can't get it. Riverhawks slap it out front. Pick up the defensive loose ball. Down by a point, 13-12 with it. On the dribble is Montre Williams. Backpedaling out on the tail feathers of the Riverhawk logo. And now away from action, we got a high ball screen from Jamir Andrews, and a player control foul going to be called on the Riverhawks. Andrews got caught up in traffic, and the blocking foul called, and that'll send substitutions. Lucas Antunez and Gordon Hill come back in, and Isaiah Bellamy, Tanner Mouse get a breather. 12:23 to play here in the opening half. Riverhawks down by a point, 13-12. Riverhawks had used a 8-0 run to take a 5-point lead. Now Blake in the corner. Guyman open for another three. Got another one. Off the bench, Tyler Guyman, a 6'1 freshman out of Stillwell, Kansas. 16-12. Andrews between the legs on the bounce. Crossover at the free throw line. Go inside. Wanted to pass it. Had it stripped free. Actually just fumbled it away. Up the court, Martin with the basketball on the right side. Back to the point. Guyman takes the screen from Holmberg. Floats a pass in along the baseline to Skeens. In traffic. Backs his way in traffic. Forces one up. It's no good. Loose ball picked up by Guyman. Off on the right side for Martin. He'll attack the glass. No player control. Sacrificing the body that time was Lucas Antunez. His second foul on Martin as he drives inside. That'll also result in a turnover. Riverhawks so far 50% on 4 of 8 and 2 of 4 respectively from beyond the three-point line. Washburn 6 of 14 combined, 4 of 7 from long range. Antunez into the offensive end. Give it off for Montre Williams. Around the perimeter, back to Lucas. Left wing, top of the circle give. Andrews on a catch and shoot. Got it! Oh, he's feeding it, Bubba. 11 points for Andrews here in the first half. 16-15, a one-point contest. Ichabods with it on the offensive end. Perimeter dribbling around the outside arc, trying to find Skeens, backing down against Gordon Hill, who's fronting and then playing from behind as well. Now Skeens in the paint, ball poked free on a reach in from behind, and Skeens on a accurate pass, able to find Blomberg right of the paint. And a foul called. It'll be on Lucas Antunes, his first. And that'll send Clayton Holmberg, a 76% free throw shooter, to the line to shoot a pair. As a team, Ichabods are 69% of the season from the stripe. Individually, Holmberg averaging 76%. His first, it was good. Second one to follow. Flip of the wrist is also good. Holmberg will come out. Will McKee will come back in as head coach Brett Ballard continues a fresh rotation of talent. And Antunez with a left-hand dribble into the offensive end. Picked it up, tried to pass it away. Quick reaction to Cameron Wiggins on a dribble up the floor after the steal. And a whistle sounds, resulting in a traveling violation on a double dribble bounce. Kind of caught it between his knee and his thigh and his hand all at the same time. Lucas Antunes with the basketball, working the outside point guard spot. Over for Gordon Hill. Out of Cantrell, outside the rings, between the circles. Bounce pass goes to Andrews at the elbow. He'll turn, he'll shoot from 15. Soft on the back rim, but spins away, no good. High up for the rebound, McKee. Quickly in transition on the Ichabods. Inside for Brady Skeens. Double team, the Riverhawks double down. Pass out front, 3 on the way, no good. Long deflection outside. Picked up by Montre Williams. Off the miss of Wiggins. Montre, pass to the corner. Antunes for a 3. It's an air ball, but a push off underneath. We got a whistle, a foul. This one should be on whom? Gordon Hill? Oh my goodness. Gordon Hill, I thought the foul was going to be on Will McKee on a push off. But the foul on Hill will be his second. That'll force Hill to the bench and Josh Boer to come back in. Joining Andrews, Cantrell, Antunes, and Williams for head coach Mark Downey. 18-15 is our score. Riverhawks down by 3. As the Ichabods work outside the arc. Between the circles is Randall Smith over to Javion Blake. Now with 15 on the shot clock. Smith back to Blake. Steps left, dribbles to the free throw line, flips it towards Skeens. Riverhawks quickly double down inside. Now back with 5 to shoot. On the move is Smith at the free throw line, up and under. Got a flip shot on the way. No, whistle sound, and the Riverhawks will get penalized here for a good, solid defensive effort. The foul will be on, Montre Williams with 1 on the shot clock and a timeout on the floor. 18-15. Washburn in front at the under 10 media timeout. Back in a moment on the NSU Sports Network. Under 10 media timeout, 9:44 left to go before halftime. 18-15 is our score. Riverhawks down by 3. Ichabods will be at the free throw line on the foul against Montre Williams. Quick peek at that MIAA scoreboard. Missouri Western and Lindenwood. And Lindenwood holding a 2-point 26-24 lead at 6:39 to play before halftime. Back here to the nest on the free throw line will be Randall Smith. With a 2-shot opportunity. First one is good. 75% free throw average on the year. Made them both. Pushes the advantage back to 5 at 20-15. Riverhawks on the inbound throw in. Fumble it away. Loose ball is poked free by Trent Cantrell on the shot. Attempt missed by Cameron Wiggins. There was a lot of contact. I'm going to be honest with you. Riverhawks could have and possibly should have been whistled for a foul. Now Corian Mason aboard at the point guard spot. Drives inside, high off the window. No. Boer had the rebound stripped out of his hands. Ichabods with numbers 3-on-2 quickly to the lane. Throw up just a prayer that's no good. And on the loose ball, out of bounds. It hit the shoulder of the player Corian Mason, who's resting on the floor. And when it hit him, part of his body was out of bounds immediately, making it possession Washburn. Fans don't like it, but that's the proper whistle. Now substitution, Drew Pyle, 6'3" sophomore from McPherson, Kansas, coming aboard. Downey was not happy with the out of bounds call, but Corian was resting out of bounds. To the point, 1 dribble by Randall Smith, back around to the right side. Antunes with a hand in the face of Javion Blake. Ichabod's will reverse it back to the left side, trying to find a way for their go-to guy to get open. Lob pass comes inside on the backside with a defensive volleyball rejection is Josh Boer. 20-15. Hawks down by 5. He led 12-7 on an entry pass, a catch and shoot basket up for Rick Skeens is good. The Riverhawks lost containment. Skeens gets his first points of the night and a chance for a three-point play and a chance to open this one up to an 8-point contest. Foul on the Riverhawks was on Josh Boer, his second. Skeens converts on the free throw. Just a 56% average on the year. And now it's an 8-point game, 23-15. As Cantrell comes to the offensive end. Back to Corian Mason. Mason going to attack the dribble all the way inside, forces a shot up between defenders, trying to draw a whistle, but couldn't get anything on the shot attempt. Now drive inside, lob it high, it falls off the rim, no good on the attacking effort of the Ichabods. Up the court in transition, Antunes between the legs on the bounce. Waits kicks over for Mason. Corian will go to the corner. Jamir's open for a three. This one skips off the heel of the iron, no good. And a rebound pulled down on the backside by McKee. Outlet pass up the floor, running all the way in. Nice put on the break, shoot, score. Randall Smith slammed on the parking brake. The defender went flying by. And the Riverhawks quickly now are down 10, 25-15. 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Antunes comes off the screen from Boer, right side. Lucas with the bounce, 15 on the shot clock. Go to Corian Mason in the right corner. Now back to Cantrell. He'll dribble, pass back door, no look for Boer. Shot off the rim, no good. Josh said he hit me arm, but no whistle. And in transition goes Javion Blake. He'll stop and pop for three. And Mark Downey says, I can't wait for another timeout. The deficit has quickly ballooned to 13. It's a 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll do it with the teams in return on the NSU Network.
You ever shoot par with a 7-iron? Never even occurred to me to try.
Take a swing and give it your best shot at Cherokee Springs Golf Course in Tahlequah. This is a beautiful 18-hole championship course open to the public daily, where you'll enjoy scenic views, bent grass greens, Bermuda grass, and tree-lined fairways. Practice on our driving range or putting and chipping green. To reserve a tee time at Cherokee Springs, call 918-456-5100.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner!
28-15, it's our score. Northeastern State's last field goal came almost 4 minutes ago when Jamir Andrews hit his second of back-to-back three-pointers. Since that time, Emporia State has turned around a 12-7 deficit into a 28-15 lead. So a 16-3 run. Mouse with it right side. Isaiah Bellamy, baseline pass, trying for Cantrell, just threw it off his shoulder, and the Riverhawks turn it over for the 9th time here in the opening half. Washburn coming into play today, 13-5 in league action. Pyle, right side for Skeens underneath against Isaiah Bellamy, too close. And Brady on the doorstep puts it off the window for two more. The scoreboard doubled up now, 30-15. Antunes back to Montre Williams, way out the right wing. Fires the three that's too hard off the heel of the iron. Loose ball picked up by Andrew Pyle. He'll come across timeline. On the catch, Pyle out front, swish. He got it. Pyle on a pass from Tyler Guyman, freshman to sophomore for the setup. And Washburn has flipped the tables on the emotions here inside the event center. Antunes, off it goes to Trent Cantrell. On the exchange, back to Mouse, down the paint, spins in the lane, got away with an extra step. Basket up, good. Slight contact on the bump from Holmberg. His first, and Tanner Mouse will get a chance at an old-fashioned three-point biscuit. Mouse is 29 of 36 from the stripe this season. That's 80%. Antunes out of the game, and Jamir Andrews comes back in. 33-17. 6:17 to go in the first half. Mouse, deep knee bend, the flip of the wrist is good. Gets it the old Ken Hayes way. Not a three-putt, Coach Hayes, just a three-point basket. 33-18, 15-point margin for the Ichabods. Pass goes on the low baseline. Holmberg working inside against Bellamy. Riverhawks squeeze it. Force the pass to go back out front. On the catch, Tyler Guyman takes the high ball screen. Top of the arc between the legs on the bounce. Off to the right wing on the catch, Randall Smith. He'll penetrate in the lane, come to a sliding stop. Give it off to Holmberg, who works inside. Did a little shake and bake move. Outlet pass, threw it away. Riverhawks on the offensive end, trying to creep back into this one like the women did. Just don't wait till the second half. Trent Cantrell over on the right side, going to drive it all the way inside. Got a push from behind, but no whistle as the shot comes up short. On the rebound, up the court, back he goes in transition to the glass. Shot no good by McKee on the doorstep. Riverhawks gather the miss. Washburn now 11 of 23, and on a move by Montre Williams, he'll get called for the carry. 10th turnover by Northeastern State. 6 of 18 shooting, 3 of 8 from long range for Northeastern State, while the Ichabods have made good on 6 of 10 three-point attempts, 11 of 24 overall. Cantrell out of the lineup, Josh Boer back in. Mark Downey, Justin Kennedy standing, trying to find the right game plan to make this thing work in a must-win situation. Cameron Wiggins around the perimeter. Out of Blake. Over on the right wing to McKee. The two-play catch with it. Lobbing it inside for Skeens, who doubled down. Riverhawks trying to defend. Skeens with a little body and elbow hook. Able to get Bellamy riding up a little bit too close. And Isaiah Bellamy at 6'6", no match for Brady Skeens. Basket on the catch and score gives Skeens 7 points and a chance to make it 8 and double the scoreboard. He does. 36-18, 5 minutes left in the opening half. Tanner Mouse working with the left-hand dribble. Hands it over for Montre Williams. Could this be the final game for the senior from Periscope? We'll find out. Flip it back for Jamir Andrews. Quickly draws a lot of attention. Andrews between the legs on the dribble. Stop, will fire from 3, way out front. String music. 14 first half points for Jamir Andrews. Just not having enough to go with him. Actually, it's a lack of defensive completions. Now stop and launch a 3 from way outside. No good. Skeens this time goes over the top. Which way they're going to call this one? It's going to be on Brady Skeens. Went over the top of Isaiah Bellamy trying to get the rebound. That on Skeens is his second personal timeout, second personal foul, and we've got the media timeout. 4:21 to go in the first half. Riverhawks down by 15, 36-21 on the NSU Sports Network. 4 minutes and 21 seconds left to go before halftime. Riverhawks trading on the scoreboard, 36-21. Northeastern State 7 of 19 from the field, 4 of 9 from long range, while the visitors out of Topeka, having made good on 12 of 26 times. But the biggest sore spot for the Riverhawks is the 10 turnovers here in the first half. That last foul on Washburn was their 19th foul of the half. And Isaiah Bellamy will go to the line to shoot the 1+. First free throw is on the way. This one's good. Bellamy, a 6'6" sophomore out of Phoenix, Arizona, gets his first point of the afternoon. 54% free throw shooting. Hasn't had a lot of opportunities this year. Bellamy's second free throw is also good. So he nailed them both. Riverhawks as a team are 3 of 4 from the stripe. Trying to crawl back into it. One possession at a time. One defensive stop at a time. Tyler Guyman in the backcourt across the half-court line. Wiggins with it. Underhand exchange, giving it off to Randall Smith. Picked up by Montre out on the point. Guyman and Smith will play catch. Shot clock down to 13. Skeens is on the bench defensively. And the Riverhawks cut off the angle by Montre Williams. Now with 5 to shoot. On a drive in traffic, Martin back to the free throw line. Blomberg's shot hits the rim softly and falls in. It's Will McKee rather than Blomberg. Correct the scoring credit, but it's 38-23. And the Ichabods using virtually the entire possession clock before taking a shot attempt. Isaiah Bellamy holding the ball down around his ankles. Picks up the dribble and throws it away, but Montre able to come back and get it. Behind the back on the crossover move. Stop and pop a three that's no good. Nice quick move by Andrews to change direction. Left the defender stumbling forward in an open look for Andrews, but it just couldn't connect. 38 of 23 shooting. On the scoreboard, Riverhawks down by 15. Guyman stops top of the circle. Around to the right side. Randall Smith off the switch. Matched up against Montre Williams. Out on the left wing. Guyman with it. Mouse up at him. Trying to stop an attacking dribble. Outside, Guyman on a catch with 2 to shoot. Ripped it. Tyler Guyman with 3 made three-point baskets. And the lead blossoms to 18, 41-23. You defend hard for 29 seconds, but that buzzer beater really makes it hard to just keep doing over and over and over again. Montre Williams with the dribble. Inside, stumbling. Passing to Bellamy. Open left corner. Shot no good. Flat release that time by Isaiah. And Guyman up the court on the dribble. Stopping, will turn a pass. Outlet give. On the point. Javion Blake dropping in a 3. Back-to-back threes. Ichabods are now 8 of 13 from beyond the arc and have a 21-point cushion. Jamir Andrews between the legs on the cross light left-hand dribble. Shot clock at 15 as Andrews works. One-on-one, he'll pop from the top of the arc. He glances the front rim. Really didn't have much offense there. That was more street ball. Up the court in a hurry. All the way to the window. Running layup. Shot off the front rim on the miss by Blake. Riverhawks with the rebound. In transition in a hurry. Montre Williams, Tanner Mouse, catch and shoot. Got it! Mouse in good form drops in the deep 3, but the Riverhawks got to have some defensive stops. Down by 18, 44-26, 90 seconds to go before halftime. Guyman around the perimeter, come inside, ball knocked free by Williams from behind, knocked it out of the grasp of Will McKee, forcing yet another turnover on Washburn, their 7th of the half. Now Andrews on a spinning move on a drive, a whistle and foul to be on the bounce. The foul will be on Cameron Wiggins, his 2nd. That's the 10th team foul. Make it number 9. Now they correct it to 10. And a 30-second timeout going to be taken by Washburn. 44-26 is the score. Quickly bounce back over to the MIAA scoreboard. Central Oklahoma leading Emporia 16-14. The Central Missouri leading Pittsburgh State 33-29. And Lindenwood with 4:26 to go before halftime is doing what the Riverhawks need. They lead Missouri Western 32-26. But first and foremost, the Riverhawks have to take care of their own business. And they've dug a cellar here in the first 20 minutes of action. Down by 18, 44-26. Northeastern State shooting 34% on the afternoon on 8 of 23 tries. 5 of 13 three-point chances. Ichabods are 50% combined from the field, including 8 made three-point baskets and a perfect 6 of 6 at the line. Jamir Andrews on the 2-shot foul attempt will have an opportunity to slice the gap just a little bit. Picks up his 15th point of the first half. Second one is on the way. It's also good. So Andrews with 16 of the 28 total for the Riverhawks. Now backcourt pressure being employed by the Riverhawks. On the dribble, Drew Pyle. Back he goes on a crossover pass to Randall Smith to the front court. Around the arc, Tyler Guyman crossed 3 lanes of traffic to the left side. Now reverse, come back around the top of the circle. Over to Javion Blake. Drop it down on the inline. Backpedaling in. Roll the pass back outside Holmberg. Back to Blake. Shot put up from 10. No good. Trying to get his own offensive rebound. Trent Cantrell had the ball displaced, but not because of any of his effort, but because of the shoulder-riding foul against Javion Blake. First foul on Blake. As we mentioned, Ichabods are over the limit. And on the opposite end, Trent Cantrell will go to the line. He'll shoot 2. Riverhawks' best free throw shooter on the season percentage-wise at 90%, 40 of 44 coming into today's game. First free throw here is up, and it is good. Score with clock stop. That's a good way to crawl back into something. Can make it a 14-point deficit. Should Cantrell, the sophomore out of Broken Arrow, make both, he does. 44-30. Guyman trapped in the backcourt, able to spin free of it, gives it off to Drew Pyle. Pyle will stop quarter court, the offensive end. Throw a pass across 2 lanes of traffic. It's intercepted by Tanner Mouse. Mouse in the paint, stops, pass from 10. Points up, turnovers. Paint touches. 2 good points of emphasis for Mark Downey's game plan. Now the Ichabods on the inbound throw in. From behind, Coriel Mason reached in and separated the basketball, but fans don't like the call, but it's the right whistle. Javion got just enough of the skin of the guard of Washburn, Randall Smith. That is team foul number 10 on Northeastern State here in the second half. After being down 21, the Riverhawks have crawled back within a dozen as Smith will go to the free throw line. The lefty's first release is up and good. Have no way to statistically bear this out, but I've seen more left-handed players this season than I can recall in quite some time. You say, why does that matter? I guess it's just because I'm a lefty. Smith makes both free throws. He got 6 here in the half. 46-32. Coriel Mason keeps the basketball instead of on the exchange, and then on the squeeze defensively, Will McKee and Tyler Guyman. McKee reached in, and Guyman got called for the foul. So Guyman's first foul, and that will send Coriel Mason to the charity stripe. Mason, a freshman, a year ago was helped leading the Douglas Trojans to the state tournament. First free throw is up and chokes its way down. His first point of the afternoon. Mason 61% accurate on the year. Another lefty. First one was good. Second one is nothing but net. The Riverhawks trying to hang tough in this one, down by 12 as we go inside the final 10 seconds. Of course, way up the floor, stepping out of bounds. Oh, he stayed in. Wow, Blake able to stay inside. Now they go back door. Blocked by Bellamy off the glass. My, oh my. Riverhawks got caught napping just a little bit. They'll count the basket. Clayton Holmberg went for the shot. Bellamy blocked it off the window, and it went in. Holmberg's 4th point of the afternoon makes it 48-34 with 0.3 seconds left. Free throw is no good, and Bellamy will secure the rebound, and the buzzer sounds. We've come to halftime. Washburn with a sizzling start, shooting the basketball opens up as wide a margin as 21. The lead here at the break, 48-34. Stay tuned. River Hawk basketball continues after this timeout on the NSU Sports Network.
Price means
halftime score, Washburn 48, Northeastern State 34, down by 14 here at the break. Part of our halftime getaway. We bring in what I'll tab as the First Lady of women's basketball, or men's basketball at Northeastern State. The First Lady, of course, being the wife of men's head basketball coach Mark Downey, Erica Downey. And Erica, a lot of attention this week in some of your social media activity. I know you and Mark, like a lot of coaches and their wives and assistants, very active in the social media this day. You have to be. But one of the tweets that you put out on Twitter this week was a connection to Billy Gillespie and his ongoing battle with a kidney disease. And, of course, coaches have a big effort in the fight against cancer. Kind of tell us how all this has evolved to where it is today and your opportunity to be a big, big helping hand.
Yeah, so I found out, I guess it's been almost 2 weeks ago now, that I am a match for Coach Billy Gillespie as a kidney donor. So there was a story that came out in mid-December that Coach was in dire need of a kidney transplant. He's suffered from chronic high blood pressure, and it's resulted in the fact that he needs a kidney ASAP. So I come across that story back in December and decided right away that there was something I could do to help. And that was be active on social media and try to advocate for him to find a donor.
And certainly that turns around, end up being you. Now, coaches' wives sometimes are active, sometimes they're kind of in the shadows. And I know that's a touchy line, a very, I don't want to say a hardcore line, but it sometimes is one that coaches and their wives don't like to see each other cross. But I know Mark is 100% in support of your efforts here. And kind of give us the connection for you, Mark, and Billy Gillespie in this whole scenario.
Sure. I've never met Coach Gillespie. I actually knew that obviously he was a high-profile coach at Kentucky, and he was at A&M and also Texas Tech. But when Mark was a junior college coach at Independence Community College, way before I ever met him, Coach Gillespie was an assistant for Bill Self at Tulsa. So I know that Coach Gillespie was recruiting one of Mark's players from Independence Community College. And just being in college basketball, it really is a tight-knit family, small community. Even though there's a lot of different universities out there, we just cross paths on a lot of different levels with recruiting and things like that. So that's how Mark met him and has, just been in the same circuit. But I've never met Coach Gillespie, but just knew there was something I could do to help, and that was to try to be his donor, and it came full circle.
Well, now, that's step one to find out that you're a match. But now where do we go from here?
Yeah, so to be considered a match, I'm a type O blood, which means I'm a universal donor. Anybody, any blood type can take type O blood. I'm also a match on antigens and then antibodies. Without getting too clinical, that's the biggest hurdle. Secondly, now I go to Mayo Clinic on March 26th and 27th in Minnesota to go through an extensive health exam just to make sure I can contribute a kidney and live just fine with the one that I have left. So after that, then we'll schedule surgery to move forward, and that will likely be in April or May.
Now, a coach's schedule is never empty, never void. Not only does he have the responsibility of recruiting future players and working in the offseason for his program, but you and him have a very active family life with your children, and certainly that's going to put a lot of added responsibility during your recovery time.
It shouldn't be too much of a recovery time. There's 1 to 2 days in the hospital. There's 6 weeks of restrictions, so I'll take off work. But that's a great thing about coming here to Northeastern State. I'm only 2 hours from where I grew up. My mother is retired now, so she can come and help with the kids if Mark needs to go on the road. So I think we do a really good job of balancing each other out throughout our jobs and our kids. And we also have a great babysitter for an NSU student that helps us a lot when I'm traveling. So I think we can cover that the best we can.
A lot of people this week in my conversations with them around the Riverhawk basketball circles have said, why? Why do this? Why do you decide to be the one that says, okay, yeah, I'm a match. There may be others. It's unknown. But why does Erica Downey want to be this person?
Well, I think it initiated in a step of faith on my part. I'm a faithful woman, and I really feel like if I'm led by faith, that in this instance, I'll be taken care of in the long run. So, that was Mark's first question, was like, well, what if something happens to the one you have left behind? And I just told him that's not going to be an issue if you're doing it for the right reasons. And then college basketball, we've seen this week has been really a challenge, a black eye through the FBI investigations on the high major level. And I think this is something positive that can come out of college basketball and show that we're a family and we pick each other up. And you don't just write somebody off because they don't win enough games or anything like that. At the end of the day, we're a family, and that's what we do.
Now, on Thursday night, everybody was all happy because of the come-from-behind win and the last-second basket from Jamir Andrews. And while most people had gone on home, they missed a heck of a one-on-one matchup between you and your son. I guess basketball does dominate the Downey activity 24/7.
Well, I think when your kids get to be teenagers, my oldest is 12, and sometimes that's the only time I get with him is if I'm on the basketball court. I still get cool mom points because he's on a little league team, and a lot of times on Friday nights they don't have enough players, so mom steps in and so they can play 5-on-5 or scrimmage. I'm the odd man out, so I help them out a lot in that aspect, but it gives me some time to really bond with my 12-year-old. But we just have fun with it. Our youngest, Drew, is picking it up as well and is falling in love with it. So it's a family atmosphere for sure.
There's no doubt about it. You can't escape the game of basketball. It's a game that not only you love, but Mark loves. I know your kids are picking it up equally as well. Eric, I'm just going to say this. Whether the wins or losses are right in our favor doesn't matter to me. Already the impact that you, Mark, Paula, this new regime of basketball at Northeastern State is skyrocketing to a positive environment. And I think we can see that from the activity of the students. And as a coach's wife, and as Mark's opinion and Paula's opinion, student support, fan support, you gotta have it.
We absolutely do. And we couldn't be more blessed with the building that we share. Here at the Event Center, we've got a great facility. We've got great support from the administration here, and then also community. I would love to see this place full every Thursday and Saturday night. So I know that will come with building the program. So we're excited about the future for sure.
Well, welcome to Tahlequah, and welcome to what I've termed this place as the nest. And hopefully it's a comfortable nest as we go on. But I'm just going to say, keep working on that three-point shot.
I certainly will. Thanks for having me, Bill.
You bet. Erica Downey, head coach, wife of Mark Downey. And we'll return with more of our halftime coverage of Riverhawk basketball. 48-34, Riverhawks on the short end of the scoreboard here at the break at the Event Center on the NSU Sports Network.
Price means located at Tommy Nick Chevrolet in Tahlequah. It's total winter blowout at Tommy Nick. All are zero down. Get free oil changes for life with every new vehicle. 2018 Chevy Trax, $259 a month. Only at Tommy Nick Chevrolet in Tahlequah.
I'm Tommy Nick.
My dad won't be undersold.
You ever shoot par with a 7-iron? Never even occurred to me to try.
Take a swing and give it your best shot at Cherokee Springs Golf Course in Tahlequah. This is a beautiful 18-hole championship course open to the public daily, where you'll enjoy scenic views, bent grass greens, Bermuda grass, and tree-lined fairways. Practice on our driving range or putting and chipping green. To reserve a tee time at Cherokee Springs, call 918-456-5100.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner!
The Days Inn and Suites is conveniently located just off the East Bypass in Tahlequah, only moments away from NSU and every Riverhawks athletics venue. Wake up each morning to a free daybreak continental breakfast, enjoy free Wi-Fi, and workouts in our fitness center. Each room is equipped with a flat screen HD TV, or upgrade to a luxurious suite. Children 17 and under stay free with an adult at the Days Inn and Suites, a host hotel of Riverhawks athletics. Call today for reservations 918-456-7800. Experience the beauty of life with professional vision care from Dr. Tori Dotson at Dotson Vision Care in Tahlequah. Dr. Dotson is NSU Athletics eye care provider, and he'll work hard to get your vision to 2020 once again. Patients of Dr. Tori Dotson know they'll receive explanations on each exam and procedure in a comfortable environment. Call to schedule an appointment today with Dr. Tori Dotson at 918-431-9939. Dotson Vision Care is located at 105 Mimosa Lane in Tahlequah.
Low price means low payment at Tommy Nick Chevrolet in Tahlequah. It's total winter blowout. Every vehicle in our huge selection is zero down. Used 2014 Cadillac SRX, only $249 a month. Come on in to Tommy Nick Chevrolet in Tahlequah.
I'm Tommy Nick.
My dad won't be undersold.
Welcome back on the NSU Sports Network. Halftime, 48-34, Riverhawks down by 14. Before we do the Riverhawk recap brought to you by Reese's, let's quickly check the MIAA standings over on the women's side of things. The regular season is done, and this is how it will all shape out with the final standings there. Central Missouri, Pittsburgh State, Fort Hays State all had the first round byes already earned. Central Oklahoma, with its narrow win down the stretch over Emporia State after leading by as many as 20 plus, surviving over in Hamilton Fieldhouse. They get the win. They'll be the fourth place team. Riverhawks will now meet the fifth place team in Nebraska Kearney. That is a game that has been scheduled for Monday night. Nebraska Kearney will be the 5 seed. Riverhawks will be the 12. Is that right? No. Now, that's the way I was told that Riverhawks will be going to Nebraska Kearney. Now, we'll just have to wait and see, because Washburn and Emporia State are tied at 11-8. But the Riverhawks are at 6-13 with the setback today. Missouri Western is 4-15, so they're going to be the 12 seed. And I would think that it would be either Washburn or Emporia State. Still a lot of things to be scrubbed out there, but the message I got was that the Riverhawks will go to Nebraska Kearney on Monday night. We'll see if we can update that for you before we're done. Let's quickly go to the MIAA men's scoreboard and do a little scoreboard watching. Perhaps that's what the Riverhawks did in the first half. They were keeping an eye on St. Charles, Missouri, where the Lions of Lindenwood are taking care of business. They lead Missouri Western 32-26. That's with 5 minutes to play in the first half. So now what the Riverhawks must do is take care of their own business and find a way to dig themselves out of a 14-point cellar at intermission, 48-34. Washburn shoots 16 of 32 overall, 50%. 8 of 13 from beyond the arc, 61%. That's a team that on the year is averaging just 33% from the three-point area. Leading scorer for Washburn, Tyler Guyman off the bench with 3 threes. He has 9 points, 8 points for Javion Blank. Riverhawks did a respectable job against Brady Skeens with 8 points and 4 rebounds in that opening 20. For Northeastern State, the offense has gone through Jamir Andrews. 4 of 7 from long range, 16 points in the first half, 8 points for Tanner Mouse as the Riverhawks shoot 9 of 24 for the combined effort and 5 of 13 threes, 11 of 11 at the line, and had the 10 turnovers that led to 12 points for the Ichabods in transition. Halftime score, 48-34. Washburn in front. We're back for the second half throw-in. It'll be Riverhawks basketball will return on the NSU Sports Network. Throw in to come your way. Riverhawks will have the basketball. Montre Williams takes the inbound exchange, works outside against the defense of Randall Smith. Down by 14. Need to get in this one in a hurry, just like they did on Thursday night. Hill, backdoor pass, looking for Josh Boer, and a whistle and a foul. It'll be on Javion Blake. Blake grabbing the arm of Josh Boer, who was on the doorstep ready to score. 48-34 is the score as we've just begin the final 20 minutes of play. Get it in bounds and couldn't find a way to angle a pass, and the Riverhawks on a 5-second call will turn it over for the 11th time this afternoon. That on not just a play, but the inability to just find an open passing lane. 48-34 our score. Quickly sneaking back to the MIAA men's scoreboard. Lindenwood with 4:26 to go before halftime, leading Missouri Western 32-26. Come on, Riverhawks. Let's get back in this one. Randall Smith working the dribble around the perimeter over to Tyus Martin. Drop it on the inline for Brady Skeens. Riverhawks squeeze. Pass comes back door to Blake, running the layup, shot no good. Ball tipped up, secured by Gordon Hill off the rebound. Montre Williams working the point guard spot, kick to the corner. Tanner Mouse attacks the right elbow. Crossover dribble, back to Trey. Thought about a three, drives to the lane, goes to the corner to DeBoer. 13 to shoot, Josh on the dribble, in the paint. Working double team, give it back out for Andrews. Now with 8 to shoot. Jamir going to stop and pop for 3. Too long, no good. Long bounce, Gordon Hill, offensive rebound. Back to Mouse. Tanner's going to try for 3. It's in and out, no good. Tipped up a third time by the Riverhawks. Loose ball on the floor. And out of the scrum of it, Jamir's going to draw a foul. Tried a little volleyball type swat to get it free, and Washburn picking up the loose ball. And Andrews falling over on top of the visiting player, draws his second personal foul. 48-34. Washburn with the lead and with possession of the basketball. Tyus Martin working on the offensive end. Lobbing the pass inside, and as the alley-oop goes inside for Brady Skeens, Gordon Hill's going to get called for grabbing the arm. That on Hill is his third. And it's team foul number 2 here in the second half against the Riverhawks. Skeens takes the free throw line pass, drives inside and into the face of Hill, goes up for the shot, got the block. Had a part of the block shot, but got called for a slap of the elbow. And Gordon Hill quickly, in a matter of seconds, has just been assessed his 4th personal foul. Brady Skeens will shoot 2. First one's up and good. He has 9 points today, looking for 10. He is a handful to work against on the blocks. Makes both free throws. Skeens now with 10 points on the afternoon, and the lead is back to 16, 50-34. Tanner Mouse, right front court, dribbling to the top of the circle, checking the lob inside for Boer, and a nice switch defensively, and the steal by Jace Williams. Up the court after the 12th turnover on the Riverhawks. Williams Push the pass to the right side. Tyus Martin out front on the exchange to Javion Blake. Works his way between defenders. Drops it off for Williams on the doorstep. Missed the first. Got his own errant shot. Put it right back up and in. Jace Williams on a second chance basket. Extending the lead back to 18 as Montre Williams will drive past the defense of Javion Blake, and with a hand hit on the hip, the trailing official calls the foul on Blake, his third. 17:53 to go in the season for the Riverhawks if they can't invert the scoreboard as it stands now. Isaiah Bellamy aboard, replacing Gordon Hill, who just drew his fourth foul. Now Montre Williams backpedaling away from the three-point line. Off to Bellamy. Shake and bake. Go to Boer in the left corner. Defense jumps out quickly. That's Williams. Now Boer will work inside. Josh drawing the double team. Shot comes to the point to Tanner Mouse with 6 to shoot. Tanner on the crossover dribble. Stops inside the arc. Let's fly a 17-footer. Got it. Tanner Mouse had to get his feet and his shoulder set right, and he drops it in from the top of the circle. 52-36. Come on, guys. Let's get some defense. On the perimeter with the basketball, Javion Blake. He and Randall Smith will just play catch with it. Now on the high post, giving it off to Williams. Back he goes on the baseline drive. Skip the pass across the end line. Blake with it with 8 to shoot. Running 10-footers up and in. Javion Blake off the dribble drive. Pull up and pop the shot for 2. Head coach Mark Downey in his first season as Riverhawk mentor. Came in late in the season. Williams had the ball displaced. Montre able to pick it up. Back and forth on the dribble. Stop and launch a three that's short on the side rim. No good. And Downey and Kennedy look at each other as if to say, why today? Skeens fakes the shot attempt on the pass exchange and then drives inside, collides with Isaiah Bellamy. Basket is good for Brady Skeens, and a chance for the and one. And a foul on Isaiah Bellamy, who's prone on the floor underneath the bench of underneath the basket of the Ichabods. 56-36 with Skeens a chance to make it a 21-point lead again for the second time this afternoon. Training staff out to quickly attend to the injured player, Isaiah Bellamy, the sophomore who came into the Riverhawk basketball camp on a transfer from Central Arizona Junior College. He'll come out of the game, and that'll force Pete Okonkwo into action, the 6'8 junior from Wiley High School in Dallas, Texas. Came in on a transfer from St. Leo College in Florida. Bellamy able to walk off under his own power, but certainly unable to continue to compete. He's got his hand resting on that left hip. Brady Skeens free throw. This one is off the mark, no good. First miss of the afternoon for the Ichabods from the stripe. Actually, they're second. They're now 10 of 12. First by Skeens. 56-36. Mason, top of the circle give. Jamir Andrews. Steps away, passes off to Okonkwo. Back to Jamir. In motion, stops and pops a three. Got it. Jamir Andrews with 19 points. 56-39 with 16 minutes to play here in the second half. And truly in the season for Northeastern State. Outside Randall Smith playing catch on the perimeter with Cameron Wiggins. Now run the back door to Skeens, drop it off underneath. Riverhawks squeeze the window closed. Now the empty pass goes back to McKee. Left baseline, out front, on the drive. Stop inside the arc, reverse, come back, step back. Three, rainbow on the way, short, no good. Glances to front rim. Mason chases it down in the far right corner. He'll work the dribble across the half line. On the handoff, giving off to Tanner Mouse. Entry pass, drop it off for Boer. Josh in traffic, try to find somebody to give it to. And it's deflected by Washburn and out of bounds. Tanner Mouse will go out. Trent Cantrell will come aboard. Also in for the Ichabods, Guyman along with Blake. 15:22 to go in the game. The Rocks down by 17. It's the exact same number on the shot clock as the Riverhawks throw it in. Entry pass to Corian Mason. Matching up the defense. Cantrell out on the left side for a three. He got it. Trying to put everything in the face of Jamir Andrews. They forgot about Cantrell over on the far side. He drops in the tray. Riverhawks are now 7 of 18 from long range, but still down by 14 with 15 minutes to play. Guyman, Blake, inside for Skeens, backing into Okonkwo. He'll muscle his way up and inside, and Pete, with his arms extended vertically, still will get called for the body bump. That'll be his first foul, and we've got the under 15 media timeout. 56-42. Washburn leading Northeastern State. Back in 1 minute on the Riverhawks Sports Network. Shooting stats are one thing, but right now Northeastern State has got to find a way to develop some defensive stops down the final 14-53. Down by 14, 56-42 as action resumes. Brady Skeens will be on the line. Fouled in the act of shooting by Pete Okonkwo. And Skeens, the senior from Lenexa, Kansas, a two-time MIAA Defensive Player of the Year. Our first team all-conference selection last year. He'll shoot 2. 12 points so far for yet another left-hander. This one's off the mark, no good. So after making his first 4, has missed his last 2. Missed it yet again, and Okonkwo is leaping high to gather the rebound. 56-42 with the dribble. Corian Mason weaving his way between traffic. Back out front for Josh Boer. Sees an angle, attacks, floats out in the right wing. 12 to shoot, entry pass goes to Okonkwo. Ball fake, in traffic, Okonkwo. Outside to Cantrell, got a nice ball screen. Couldn't get his shoulder set, goes inside, running one-hander, no good. Ball tipped up and around by Pete, but secured by Washburn. Cameron Wiggins in transition, gets the pass back. Takes a high screen, stops and pops top of the arc, let it fly from just inside the circle, and got it. Cameron Wiggins with his 5th point of the afternoon, pushing the lead back to 16, 58-42. Andrews on a catch and shoot, basket good. He's got the range today, 22 points for Jamir Andrews, but Riverhawks are going to have defensive stops just as importantly as offense. 13 points the separation on the scoreboard. Cameron Wiggins left free for a 3, and he answers the shot attempt of Jamir Andrews a moment ago. Wiggins' second made triple. He has 8 points, 61-45. Again, I say, get defensive stops. Okonkwo outside the top of the arc, over to Jamir. Ball fake, got the defender to step away, and Andrews rings up another one. 25 points for Jamir Andrews. He has 25 of the 48 by the Riverhawks, who still trail by 13. Entry pass, Skeens left of the lane, back out front. Guyman drives the right elbow, throws it up for grabs. Riverhawks gather the miss. That's one stop. Now let's get points and then come back and get another one. Shot clock goes under, 13 minutes left to play in the game. Trent Cantrell with the basketball, top of the arc. Drives on a pass to the corner to Josh Boer. Outside for Jamir, works one-on-one against Javion Blake. Shot clock at 9. Set the screen, trying to find Andrews an angle. Then Jamir had the ball strip free. It's loose. Okonkwo to Cantrell out on the left corner. Shot no good. Fans would have gone stark raving crazy if that one gone down. Now Blake will run the dribble to the offensive end. Kick to the wing. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Off the miss of Will McKee. 12:22 of the clock running. 61-48. It's the time remaining in the season for the Riverhawks. And a whistle and a hand check foul here. Tyler Guyman to get tabbed for the personal, his second. That'll be only the third team foul of the half on the Ichabods. Gordon Hill back aboard, replacing Pete Okonkwo. Coriel Mason will get a breather. Montre Williams comes in. So it'll be Andrews, Boer, Cantrell, Hill, and Mason, the five on the floor. Josh Boer. Backdoor pass for Montre Williams. Almost got knocked out of bounds. Ooh, nice look inside. And on a just drop it on the doorstep pass from Cantrell, Gordon Hill bobbled it, but the defense pushes him from behind to draw a foul. The foul will be on Javion Blake. That's his fourth foul. But now Gordon Hill will be at the line. 33% free throw average this season on limited chances. Hill, a 6'7" sophomore, misses the front. First miss of the afternoon. Hill makes the second of two. As coming back in the game for Washburn is Drew Pyle, and Javion Blake with his fourth personal foul will take a seat. It's a 12-point game, 61-49. 12 minutes left to go. Ichabods work the ball around the perimeter. Baseline left, angle pass out front. On a drive, attacking is Smith to the window, throws it up for grabs. Gordon Hill skies up together the defensive rebound. Now Montre Williams surveying the floor as he comes to the offensive end. They switch defensively. Williams will go underhanded to the rim and a reverse spin off the glass for two. The point guard delivers. It's a 10-point game. 61-51, 11 and a half minutes to go. Mark Downey applauding the efforts of his defenders, trying to encourage them to come up with yet another defensive stop. Get this under 10 points with over 10 to play, and the Riverhawks are in business. Jace Williams back out front, three-pointers on the way, but the long bounce into the hands of Guyman. Now pass to the point, three-pointer on the way, no. Gordon Hill's up to sky high and get there another rebound. Now let's attack and put points on the board. Lob it to the baseline, Boer on the point for the basket. And a quick timeout taken by Brett Ballard. Williams on the pinpoint pass to Boer on the baseline for his fourth point. And just like the women's contest, that was too far separated at the half. After being down 21, the Riverhawks have climbed back into this one to make it an 8-point ball game. Timeout on the floor. 11:01 to play. It's 61-53 Washburn. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to the NSU Sports Network. Possession at a time. After being down 21, the Riverhawks have cut it to an 8-point ball game at the 10:55 mark, 61-53. On the drive, on the front end, Tyler Guyman around the floor. Reversing the ball back door, knocked away from behind by Tanner Mouse. Separating Williams of the basketball. Off to Boer, who then lost the dribble. Off the foot of one of the Ichabods, which was Brady Skeens. 61-53. Down by 8 with plenty to play for. Inbounds lob out front, Tanner Mouse. Back to Montre Williams, working right side of the floor, trying to extend his career for at least one more game. Trey, underhand flip, back to Mouse, left side. Tanner shakes and bakes in the paint, spins, got to find an outlet off to Montre Williams. Now with 10 to shoot. Trey, head and shoulder fake, ball, 15-footer all the way, good. Williams inside the arc for 2. It's a 2-possession game, 61-56. 10-10 to go. And the fans becoming energized. Lob the pass inside for Skeens on the alley-oop. And a Roto-Rooter type 2-hand flush. Skeens now with 14. Silences the crowd momentarily. 63-55. Boer with the basketball. Handoff to Tanner Mouse. Go inside. Ball away. And that time down. Tanner on the defense of Cameron Wiggins used his forearm to get separation and pushed off. Could go either way, but that time I've got to agree with Robert Burris. The foul was on Tanner, his first. That is the 6th team foul on the Riverhawks. And we'll get the media timeout. 9:49 to go in the game. It's got to be interesting here at the Event Center. 63-55 Washburn. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching and listening to the NSU Sports Network. Okay, let me go back and correct something from earlier today. I mentioned to you the women's road to the tournament. With the win by Central Oklahoma, UCO finishes 4th. Nebraska Kearney finishes 5th. Washburn 6th, and Emporia and Washburn tied. But with the head-to-head battle, Emporia State, and that's who the Riverhawks will play. They will play Emporia on Monday night at Emporia State. Drive down the lane. Guyman on a running floater. Past the defender to the rim. Lays it up and in. Tyler Guyman off the bench with 11 huge points. 65-55. Montre Williams dribbling in traffic outside for Josh Boer. Left side of the floor. Boo left free for a 3. It's in and out, no good. Okonkwo kept it alive, but unable to control it. And with the loose ball, Tyler Guyman. Gotta get stopped. Down by 10. 9-10 and the clock running here in the season for the Riverhawks of Northeastern State. Free throw line pass. Jace Williams top of the arc with the basketball. Now around the baseline, trying to go to Skeens. The Riverhawks get the steal. Williams across the timeline after the takeaway. Montre down the lane. Back it comes to Boer. To Williams working outside the arc, left side of the floor. Jamir Andrews getting a momentary break. Williams in a crossover dribble. In the paint, off balance, little 6-foot floater, up and in. Montre Williams working his way amongst the big guys. 65-57, an 8-point game. 8.5 minutes to go this afternoon in the season for the Riverhawks. Baseline pass, Skeens back out front, Guyman across the floor. Fake the 3, drive inside, loose ball collision, player control. Gonna be called against Tyus Martin. That'll be his 3rd. And as play stops, Jamir Andrews will come back in. Let's quickly peek the MIAA scoreboard for you. Lindenwood is routing Missouri Western by 20, 82-62. Lindenwood doing what the Riverhawks needed with a double scoop of chocolate ice cream. and a little cake to go along with it. Now can the Riverhawks recover after being down by as many as 21 or within 8? 65-57 with 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go in their future. Trent Cantrell with the basketball. Fakes the underhand exchange, turns, spins, top of the arc shot, hit the front rim, off the mark, no good. Don't think that's what Downey wanted. Now quickly in transition, Ichabod's with the basketball. They can spend a lot of time on every possession and work the Skeens in the box. Outside, Javion Blake going to drive against Josh Boer. Stop, push a pass around to Jace Williams. Trying to get it to Skeens. Boer doing his work. Now the pass to the corner, 3 on the way. That hurts. Cameron Wiggins from deep in the left side drops in the 3. 68-57, back to a double-digit 11-point hole with 7.5 left in the season. Outside, Williams, free throw line pass, Boer squares up, gives it to Cantrell. Trent will look for Tanner Mouse. Come back to Jamir Andrews. Blake is right up in his chest. Jamir got a rip move, got free, launches a 3 that's no good on the in-and-out move. Just would not go down. Andrews on the afternoon now with that miss is 8 of 14, 7 of 12 from long range. Top of the arc, Williams inside on a pass to Skeen, and Boer going to get called for the foul. On Josh, that's his third. 7 minutes left to go, 68-57. Down by 11 as Brady Skeens goes back to the line to shoot a couple more. The left-hander's release this time is no good. Off the side, and Tanner Mouse has the rebound. Montre Williams will hop, skip the dribble to the offensive end, give it off to Jamir Andrews. Set the screen, go back to Andrews on the left wing, back to Boer, to the glass, blocked by Jace Williams. Good rotation defensively by Williams to swap the shot attempt to Boer. Up the court come the Ichabods. Lobbing it inside for Skeens. Riverhawks trying to squeeze the window, and a blocking foul here going to be called on Northeastern State. Foul will be called. It'll be on Jamir. Okay, it'll be on Montre Williams rather than on Tanner Mouse. But that is the 8th foul on the Riverhawks. And Brady Skeens, who had made 4 straight, has missed his last 5. He'll shoot here. He'll make this one. 15 points for Skeens. It's a 12-point deficit. 69-57, 6:33 left in the season. Second free throw, no good, and a foul called on Jace Williams as he got up into the hips of Trent Cantrell with the body contact. Third foul on Williams. That's the 6th foul team-wise against the visiting Ichabods. So for the balance of the game, the Riverhawks will be in the 1+ opportunity. Down by 12. 6:28 in the clock running. Andrews over to Montre Williams. To Tanner Mouse working top, check it, Trent Cantrell working top of the arc. Waits for Andrews. Jamir with the basketball with 12 to shoot. Looking for the shot clock to wind down. Working against Skeens inside on the drive. And they'll call the foul on the dribble on Brady Skeens. That'll be his 3rd foul. It'll be a 1+ opportunity for the Riverhawks. Jamir Andrews, 76% free throw shooter this season. Coming into play today, Jamir was, like we said, 28 of 38. He's now 31 of 41 from the line. Makes the first. 26 points for Jamir Andrews. Can it, will it be enough? Andrews' second free throw is also good. 27 points for Andrews. 69-59. The Russellville, New Jersey native wants to play at least one more. 6 minutes left to go, down by 10. Out front with the basketball, Smith. Side-to-side passing with Blake. Now launches a 3 from the side, no good. And on the opposite side, Jamir Andrews has a rebound. There's one of the defensive stops you need. Now let's turn this one into 2 or maybe 3. Montre Williams down the lane, got a little hip check from Blake, and then crashes into Williams on the collision, but that's just incidental basketball. Up the court, fans wanted a foul, but really there wasn't enough to change the flow of the game or any type of contact. Now, errant pass from the side as Wiggins wasn't looking, and the pass from Javion Blake sails out of bounds. That's the 11th turnover on the night for Washburn. Pete Okonkwo goes to the bench. Trent Cantrell comes back in to join Josh Boer, Montre Williams, Tanner Mouse, and Jamir Andrews. By all purposes, this is a 5-guard offense. Boer out front for Montre Williams, the senior from Caparas Cove. Entry pass goes to Boer on the end line. Wanted to go up for the shot. Passes outside for Cantrell. Got it! Trent Cantrell with a big three. And now it's a 7-point game. 69-62 as the clock goes under 5. Outside with the basketball, Randall Smith. Riverhawks needing defensive stop. Skeens with it in traffic. Back out front, ball fake, drive the elbow, kick to the corner, throw it away. Yes, sir. 4:46 to play. We get the under 5 media timeout. 69-62. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching and listening to the NSU Sports Network.
At 105 Mimosa Lane in Tahlequah.
(69-62). Riverhawks down by 7. The season hanging in the balance. Lindenwood by 18. It's a final in St. Charles. Lions beat Missouri Western 88-70. A come from behind win, and the Riverhawks go to the tournament. Trent Cantrell, top of the arc. 3 more! Cantrell with 11 points. It's a 2-possession game. 69-65. 4.5 left to go tonight here in the event center. With the drive on the pass, inside Skeens. Riverhawks double down. Skeens feeling the defender. Boer in his face. Turns, point blank shot, bounds around and drops in. It bounded 360 degrees on all sides of the cylinder before finding its home. 71-65. Montre Williams with the basketball, taking the ball screen, dribbles away from it, whips it back to Cantrell, drives inside. Now Andrews for a 3, no! Jamir might have been touched on the shot attempt, but there was no whistle, and Mark Downey asking the official where was the elbow touch. 71-65, 3:45 to go in the game. Riverhawks again needing another defensive stop. Skeens trying to position inside, Boer trying to defend. The pass goes to the perimeter. Davion Blake with it. Shot clock now down to 8. Mouse will get out on Blake. He'll set the high screen. Blake will drive inside, push into Boer. Lost the basketball. Displaced in the paint. Shot clock at 1, and shot clock violation against Washburn. Never gave up defensively, and Mark Downey is asking the official about the low body contact after the release of Andrews. 71-65. A 2-possession game. Buckle up, we're going the distance. Andrews takes the pass, top of the circle, off the weave, gives it back to Montre Williams. Now to Mouse, right side, Tanner for a 3, no, in and out, no good. Brady Skeens up high. Riverhawks after that miss are 11 of 27 from long range, 20 of 47 combined on the afternoon. Down by just 6. With the dribble outside, Javion Blake Might have got away with a little elbow push, but no whistle. Under 3 to play, 2:45 on the clock running. Riverhawks down by 6. Blake with the drive, in traffic. Skeens camping in the paint, no 3-second call. Now to Williams, baseline jumper from 10, good. Big basket there for the Ichabod, 73-65. Montre Williams with the drive, top of the circle. Past the defender, rips the pass back to Cantrell. Ball fake, give it to Jamir. Open for a look, got it! Andrews with a career-high 30 points this afternoon. 73-68, timeout on the floor. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left to go in the hopes of a gallant group of men wearing the Riverhawk green and white. Down by as many as 21 points in the first half at 44-23. Have scratched and clawed and fought their way back into a 2-possession game. 2:13 left to go this afternoon here in Tahlequah. Central Oklahoma leading Emporia State 52-46. Pittsburgh State leading Central Missouri 65-60. And Lindenwood set the table for the Riverhawks to come and take a seat at the MIAA postseason tournament, as the Lions this afternoon in St. Charles beat Missouri Western 88-70. The Riverhawks need to find some way to snatch victory this afternoon to have that opportunity on Tuesday night. With the basketball, Javion Blake, Randall Smith work the dribble. 2 minutes left, 73-68. Shot clock down to 12, now down to 10 as Blake will attack. He'll split the defender, wrap around pass back to Williams, push up the shot, no good on the contact on the end line against Josh Boer. The 30 points this afternoon is a career best for Jamir Andrews. Of course, his only season in the lineup for the Riverhawks. And now Williams, a 55% free throw shooter, will have 2. First one is up, in and out, back in. 4 points for Jace Williams, 74-68. Williams out of Hutchinson, Kansas. Got them both. It's a 3-possession game again. Williams is out. Tyus Martin back in for defensive purposes. 75-68, Riverhawks down on the scoreboard. Last player for the Riverhawks to score 30 was Michael Harmon versus Lindenwood back in 2014. Nice low look pass. Mouse in traffic to cutting Trip Cantrell to the window for 2. Cantrell with 13 points. Riverhawks needing a stop here, down 75-70. Minute 25 in the clock running. Blake out front. Being guarded on the pass to Randall Smith. Mouse giving chase. And then going inside, throwing it up for a prayer. Loose ball ripped around, finally controlled. Riverhawks have it. Up a turnover. A minute 11. Trip aces on the scoreboard. Montre Williams back to Jamir Andrews for a 3. Oh, he couldn't get it, but he was fouled. There was contact on the shot. They'll call the foul. It'll be on Javion Blake. He'll go to the bench with his 5th personal foul. And on the line to shoot 3 will be Jamir Andrews. The foul was charged to Javion Blake. He'll be replaced in the lineup by Tyler Guyman. But Jamir Andrews, who on the afternoon is perfect from the line on 4 of 4 tries, will have 3 huge charities. First one on the way. Good. That cuts it to a 4-point game, 75-71. Crowd will tell you the response. A silence falls over the nest. 75-71 as Andrews eyes the free throw. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left to go. 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 2 min The applause of the Riverhawk faithful tells you he made the second. That's 32 for Andrews. 33 would be huge because it would be a 2-point game. Jamir. Made all three of them. It's a 2-point game with a minute to go in the game. Riverhawks pressing the backcourt. On the dribble up the court, Cameron Wiggins almost lost the bounce. Now squeezes his way between two defenders. 52 seconds left to go. Get a stop here and give yourself a chance to win it. Tyler Guyman outside against Tanner Mouse. Shot clock at 10 as Guyman takes the screen from Skeens. Reverse spin, back to Wiggins, throws up a three. No good, tipped up once, twice. Riverhawks, can they save it? No, they can't, it's out of bounds. Off the touch of Tanner Mouse. Tipped up, and then finally out of bounds off the touch of the guys in the green. And a 30-second timeout taken by Washburn. A fresh 30-second shot clock, game clock at 34.7. Now if you're Mark Downey, now's when you're checking stats as who's the best or the worst free throw shooters. Well, Brady Skeens is 5 of 10 this afternoon from the line. Smith is 4 of 4. Williams is 2 for 2. Holmberg is 2 of 3. But statistically, if you look down the lineup to see who's the guy you want to foul, it's going to depend on who they put out there. Tyler Guyman is a 66% free throw shooter. Randall Smith, 75%. Tyus Martin, a 70% free throw shooter. Brady Skeens at 56%. 34.7 seconds left to go. Throw-in pass. Catch made by Cameron Wiggins. An 85% free throw shooter, and that's who the Ichabods want to have the basketball. Trying to force a trap. Wiggins with the dribble. Close ball. Not free by Cantrell. Had the steal, but Wiggins got back in front of him just enough to deny Trent Cantrell a chance to chase the loose ball. And Cantrell called for the foul. Mark Downey was hoping there might be a 5-second call. But now Cameron Wiggins, a senior out of Leavenworth, Kansas, will go to the line. An 85% free throw shooter. Can make this a 2-possession game again if he can make them both. It's a 2-shot foul as that's the 10th on the Riverhawks. First one is up. Good. Wiggins with 9 points. As a team, the Ichabods are now 14 of 20 on the day. 21.3 seconds. It's been this type of cardiac ride all year long from the men in green. Wiggins, second free throw. No good! Boer has the rebound. It's a 3-point game. Get it across the timeline. Riverhawks, Jamir Andrews with the drive. Inside on the floater. Shot won't go. Tipped up. Saved. Back out front. Mouse for the tie. Got it! Jamir Andrews to Tanner Mouse. 6.1 to go. Riverhawks got to define defense. Find an open guy. Now out of the corner for a three to win it. Air ball. We are going to OT. What a huge, huge effort by the Riverhawks. Tanner Mouse free throw, a three-pointer with 6 seconds to go. And the Riverhawks don't take the timeout. They take it and run the clock to tie it up. 76-76. We go to overtime. A 42-point second half effort. It was 48-34 at halftime. Washburn was in control. The second half, the Riverhawks make good on 50% of their combined shots, 14 of 28. They are 50% on threes on 8 of 16 chances. For the day, the Riverhawks are 13 of 29 from long range. While Washburn heading into the 5-minute overtime period, 26 of 53, 10 of 22. timeouts remaining. We get bonus time. 76-76. They'll jump the arrow. Just been announced, Northeastern State women will play Monday night at 7 p.m. at Emporia, Kansas against Emporia State, the same team they beat here on Thursday night. Tips controlled into the backcourt. It'll be picked up by Washburn. We go to overtime. Why not? It's been that time of year. Now the Ichabods with the basketball on the perimeter. Cameron Wiggins working with it on a return pass to Randall Smith, picked up by Montre Williams. Looking for Skeens, posting inside. Now the shot clock at 10 as Smith works on a dribble. Gives off to Wiggins, throws up a prayer, no good. Ball deflected out of bounds, and Riverhawks will have it. No! Officials messed it over the back call that time. Riverhawks had the rebound, but skying over everybody was Jace Williams. So a fresh 30-second shot clock. The Riverhawks had defended well and forced a three-point desperation try by Cameron Wiggins. It was off the mark. And on the backside rebound that gets poked free, it's out of bounds off the touch of Northeastern. On the dribble, Randall Smith passing right side of the court to Tyus Martin. Right back out front. Now Martin goes left wing to take the catch. High-low offense being employed by head coach Brett Ballard's lineup. Crossover dribble outside. Smith to the window. Pass to Okonkwo on a kiss for two. Randall Smith running the dribble all the way to the glass. 78-76. Montre Williams. Trent Cantrell for a three. Back rim, no good. And over the back foul here. It's going to be called on whom? I think the foul's going to be on Northeastern State. I think they're going to call it on Cantrell for backing in underneath. And that's going to be the call. Wow. Cantrell was in place. And he was backing in. And the defender came over the top. And Trent did kind of arch his back a bit. But the foul on Cantrell will be his second. And it will put Tyus Martin at the line to shoot two, and Mark Downey is incensed. He'll take a drink of water to try to calm his emotions. First free throw here, up, good. Martin, a 70% free throw shooter, scores his 6th point of the game. Now Boer comes in, and Okonkwo will take a seat. Tough break. 3:58 to go in the overtime period. 79-76. 80-76, down by 4. Still a lot of basketball to be played. 3:55 and the clock running. Montre Williams with the drive. Crossing over out front, takes the switch all the way to the window. Got knocked down, almost down, able to keep his feet. But the contact whistle and the foul called, it'll be on Randall Smith, his second. That'll put Montre Williams at the line. The senior playing his final home game this afternoon. This will be a 1+ situation. I was thinking it was 2, and they will call it a 2. It's on the shot. First free throws of the afternoon for Montre Williams. Fans will tell you. Got it. 80-77. Trying to keep it a 1-possession game at 2. It's actually a 1-possession game right now. A 3-point ball game. Silence in the nest. Free throw on the way. Good. Williams got them both. He's got double digits. He doesn't want to have his career end here today. He wants to play somewhere next week in the tournament. Outside with the dribble, Randall Smith. Tanner Mouse will switch out defensively. High post pass goes to Skeens. in the corner. Three on the way. Good. Clutch three-point basket from Tyus Martin. He's got 10. The lead goes to 5, 83-78. Montre Williams looking over at Mark Downey as they set up the offensive call. Double screen. Trey comes off the arc, around the curl, between the legs on the dribble, almost lost the bounce. Now gives it back to Cantrell. Off to Andrews. Facing up into the challenge of the defender. Launches the three. Got another one! Jamir Andrews with 36 points today. It's a two-point game, 86-83. Up the court comes Randall Smith. Riverhawks leaving it all on the hardwood here this afternoon. Pass to Williams on the free throw line. Back to the free throw line stripe. Drop it back to Williams inside on a nice drive and dish for two. Jace Williams from the doorstep. He's got 8, a 4-point game again. 85-81. This one's leaving nothing for the faint at heart as Montre Williams attacks the dribble into the chest of Randall Smith, and Smith draws the foul. That'll send Trey to the line to shoot two more. Regardless of the outcome, and I'm not into moral victories, but this has been a determined second half effort by the guys wearing the green and white here today. But oh, how uplifting and relieving it would be to find a way to get this one. Williams, first free throw, good. 11 points so far for Montre Williams as the Riverhawks are now 20 of 21 at the line. Second free throw to keep it a 2-point ball game. 2:29 to go. Williams' free throw is good. 12 points for Montre Williams. Now, guys, let's get a stop. Down by 2 is on the dribble. Randall Smith across into the half court. Skeens and Williams working underneath. High post screen. Riverhawks cut the angle. Now the pass goes to the right wing to Randall Smith. He'll float it to Skeens on the low block. Double team. Wipes the pass out front. Took a look at a three. Go back outside. Wiggins with it. Drop the pass to Skeens inside. Got an elbow up. Ford gets called for a foul after getting elbowed in the chest. And Josh Boer draws his 5th personal foul. That's a tough one there. Brady Skeens now will have to go to the sideline because he's got blood on the uniform. And he'll have to draw a bandage from the training staff. 1:59 left to go as Brady Skeens will be at the line. 85-53. Excuse me, 85-83. What am I thinking of here? Skeens, who leggings had a little blood stain on them, missed the first free throw. Riverhawks this afternoon have made 14 three-point baskets. And the most threes in a game. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Skeens makes the free throw. Made 1 of 2, 18 points, 86-83. Jamir Andrews is 9 of 15. Low ball battle away. Montre Williams able to pick it up. Now with 18 seconds to go. Andrews with it, working one-on-one against Wiggins. Launches a three, can't get it to fall, but again there's contact, and Williams able to draw a whistle. Foul on Wiggins is his 3rd, and a chance for Jamir Andrews to shoot 3 free throws and tie the game here in overtime. 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go. The record difference we wanted to make, Jamir Andrews, 9 of 15. The most three-point field goals in a game by a single player, Jason Christie, back in 1995 of 10. First one up, good. 34 points. Looking for 35, oh, check it, no, that's 37 points. Correct my numbers. Andrews on a 2-point ball game. Crowd will tell you from the response. We got another one. Andrews with 38 points. And perhaps the Prophet Downey had no idea what he was calling for in our halftime interview when he said this is a day that Jamir could go off. How about 39 points? We're tied at 86. Riverhawks determined not to let their season end in front of the home crowd here today. Randall Smith with the basketball. 90 seconds left to go in the overtime period. Skeens working on the low box. Peter Conquo having to do the job. Now the pass going around the arc. Tyus Martin. 8 to shoot as on the dribble. Randall Smith off the switch. Attacks the lane all the way to the glass. Up and under. And a helping whistle and a foul called. And a good call. Foul's going to be on the Riverhawks. It'll be on Jamir Andrews on a late switch. And at the line will be Randall Smith, who is a perfect 4 of 4 at the line. Trip aces on the scoreboard. 1:11 to play in the overtime. The left-handed Randall Smith to shoot 2. First one up. No good. Smith missing on the first of 2. Now the deal is, if he misses, be sure you get the rebound. Got the second. Smith with his 9th point of the game puts Washburn in front by a point. Peter Conquo out. Gordon Hill back in. Montre Williams, Trent Cantrell. Jamir Andrews, Gordon Hill, and Tanner Mouse. 1:05 and the clock running. Hill takes the pass. Out front to Cantrell. Around to Tanner on the left wing. Now come top of the circle to Andrews. Got a defender right up in his chest. Andrews trying to time it. Launch a 3. Glances the shot off the iron. He wanted it. And Downey out verbalizing some encouragement to Trent Cantrell. Riverhawks missed the 3-point try. 51.2 seconds. If there's ever a time you need a defensive stop, this is it. Outside on the dribble. Randall Smith for Washburn. Riverhawks will man up. Ichabods will spread the floor. 39 seconds and the clock running. 35 seconds with 15 on the possession clock. Pass goes to the corner, looking for Skeens in traffic. Hill trying to defend. Skeens holds it. Pass outside to Guyman. He'll drive, kick it back with 3 to shoot. Shot on the way for a 3 that's no good. Offensive rebound, pull down. Loose ball battle for it. Riverhawks have it. Off it goes to Tanner Mouse, and a timeout taken. Riverhawks had the basketball off the missed shot attempt of Randall Smith. And after a fight for a loose ball, a timeout is taken, and we'll do it with the teams. Riverhawks will have a chance to win it. Down by 1, 87-86 when we return on the NSU Sports Network.
Tommy Nix, Chrysler, Dodge Jeep, Ram, and Tahlequah.
I'm Tommy Nix. My dad won't be undersold.
Out of the timeout, Riverhawks will have the basketball in the backcourt. 15 seconds left to go. Start the recorders. Is this a game where the Riverhawks picking up the win? Montre Williams across the timeline on the bounce. Gives it off to Gordon Hill. Now to Trent Cantrell. To Mouse, left side. Now to Andrews with 5 seconds left. Jamir on a drive inside. Ball slapped off his foot and out of bounds. And the Riverhawks turn it over. Andrews had it trying to attack the glass and had the ball slapped out of his hands and off his foot out of bounds. Now, this being so critical with 2.7 seconds left, the officials wanted to make sure that they made the right call. We'll go to the video monitor. Now, this is not ESPN cameras, but it's enough to show that Andrews indeed did lose the basketball, didn't even get a shot attempt. And now a timeout taken by Washburn. Oh, so close. Now what you got to do if you're Mark Downey is draw up some sort of defensive set where perhaps you can draw a charge or force a bad pass or possibly even get a 5-second call. 87-86. A team that was left to be all but done at halftime, fighting their way back, showing the character of their leader, Mark Downey, Justin Kennedy, the assistant, and the leadership today of seniors like Montre Williams and Jamir Andrews. Andrews with 39 points. But he'll look at one turnover today, his fourth of the game, and say, why me, Lord? 87-86. Ichabods have their own defensive assignments. It's a spot throw in. Inbounds will be Tyus Martin with 2.7 to go, and on the inbounds whistle, we get a foul call. As trying to break up the floor was Drew Pyle. Pyle this season, a 6'3" sophomore, will go to the free throw line. In a 1-point game, 87-86. Drew Pyle on the year. From the line, 3 of 3. First free throw is good. Pyle with his 4th point of the afternoon. 2.7 seconds left to play. Riverhawks have a timeout. Pyle, second free throw, no good. Loose ball, Andrews called a timeout. There's 1.5 seconds left to go. 1.5 seconds left. Now they may check the time to make sure that it's right. And that's what our crew will do, our officiating crew this afternoon, who've done an excellent job of letting the game develop. Robert Burris, Justin Brewer, and Shea Hamilton. 1.5 seconds left to go. I'm going to go back in my NSU basketball history, and I'm going to recall a game played at Jack Dobbins Fieldhouse when there was very little time, almost this exact amount of time remaining, if my memory serves me right, might have been a little bit more, when Derek Klein from just across half court hit a 3-point basket that kept the Riverhawks in the Lone Star Conference Championship with the buzzer-beating 3-point basket. I don't know if it'll happen here today, but we will see. 88-86. They have looked at the video, and our trio of officials have indicated that there is now 1.8 seconds left. The Riverhawks will have to go the length of the floor. The timeout was taken up here. Officials now saying that it was inside the 3-point line. So they'll set the inbounds throw in. And Jace Williams will guard Tanner Mouse. Long baseball-type pass for Gordon Hill. Trying to give it back to Trey Williams, and the buzzer sounds, and the Northeastern State Riverhawks season comes to a crashing end. An emotional contest this afternoon. The pass came across half court to Gordon Hill. Tried to toss it back to Montre Williams and couldn't get it. And the Riverhawks on their last two chances turn it over and come up on the short end of the scoreboard, 88-86 in overtime. To drop to 4-15 on the season, 8-20 on the year, Ichabods will advance to 14-5 and move on to the MIAA tournament next week. 88-86, the final score. Back for our Riverhawk post-game show. That after this 2-minute timeout on the NSU Sports Network. Welcome back to the NSU Event Center, where it has been a roller coaster ride. After trailing by 14, down by as many as 21, Northeastern State Riverhawks scratch, claw, fight, fly their way back to force an overtime, only to see, with the ball in their hands, turned over two of their last possessions and come up on the short end of the scoreboard in the overtime session, 88-86. Riverhawk recap this afternoon brought to you by, as always, Reese's, where you'll always find the right stuff at the right price. With the win, Washburn will move on into the tournament. They'll stand in at 14-5, and standings-wise, not exactly sure where that will put them, but they'll be in the 3 spot. They have one of those top 4 buys going into the first round of the tournament, actually the quarterfinal round that'll start a little later on this week in Kansas City. For the Riverhawks, they get the win, and they're in, because Missouri Western this afternoon in conference action at St. Charles, Missouri, was defeated by the final score of 88-70. But all that means nothing as the Riverhawks lose. They fall to 4-15. Emporia State lost today, 4-15. Missouri Western lost, they're 4-15. It's a 3-way tie for the 12th spot, and Missouri Western holding the trump card. The thing that has been just a nagging sore for head coach Mark Downey all year long, remembering that loss back earlier this year at Missouri Western. And it comes to be the deciding tale here this afternoon as the Riverhawks show a gallant effort only to come up short, 88-86, Washburn with the win. Today's Riverhawk Recap brought to you as always by Racers, your right stuff at the right price. The Ichabods, after shooting 50% in the first half, finished the game 29 of 58, an exact 50%. They were 3 of 5 in the overtime period, 11 of 25 from 3, and 19 of 29 from the free throw line. Leading scorer was Brady Skeens. He had a double-double, 18 points and 10 rebounds. 12 points for Cameron Wiggins. That came off the bench. Tyler Guyman with 11 points off the bench. And then Tyus Martin, Javion Blank each with 10 points apiece. For the Riverhawks, in his final game as a Northeastern State men's basketball player, Jamir Andrews did what he was asked to do all season long. Be the producer. Be the offensive juggernaut. And this afternoon, the young man out of Russellville, New Jersey, by way of Albany University, did a prolific effort. Hit on 10 of 19 field goal tries, 9 of 16 from 3. A perfect 10 of 10 at the line. But 4 turnovers, one most costly down the stretch, will bring it in to a gallant effort by the senior, actually graduate student for the Riverhawks. Another solid effort from Montre Williams, who played today for the 108th time in his 4-year career as a Riverhawk. He adds another 12 points to his career. He'll finish with 1,056 points. But this one's going to sting for a while with this basketball team because they got so far down and came so far back only to see it slip away down the stretch, 88-86. 13 points for Tanner Mouse. His 3-point basket sent it to overtime. 13 points off the bench for Trent Cantrell as well, as the Riverhawks as a team shoot 24 of 55, including a second half effort of 14 of 28, but went 1 of 3 in the overtime period, all from 3-point territory. 14 of 32 from long range, and 24 of 25 at the line. The Riverhawks out-rebounded by 9. On the afternoon, committed 14 turnovers that led to 17 points for Washburn. Washburn gave it away 14 different times. The Riverhawks made them pay for it with 19 points. But the thing that is going to sting and hurt the most is the final score, 88-86. After going to his locker room to have had a chance to visit with his kids, we wait on the return of head coach Mark Downey, who's being met by some of the fans out on the floor. But Downey, of course, I know is not going to be satisfied, but he's going to have to be pleased with the way the character of his men showed up this afternoon in the come-from-behind effort, only to fall in overtime, 88-86. We welcome in head coach Mark Downey, who's had a chance to go to the locker room and look in the face of the guys wearing the green and white mark. And words like this come tough for a coach looking into your players and knowing it was oh so close.
Yeah, I mean, we had our opportunities. You just can't come, I feel bad for the seniors, I really do. You can't spot somebody 20. I mean, we were down 22 different times tonight, and you just can't do it. You gotta fight through those lulls where you don't score and get stops, or when you have to. You just can't get down like that, and we did it twice, and I don't know. We've got to fix that over the summer, but it was a tough one. I thought there was some questionable ones didn't go our way late. I don't think we rebounded the ball very well. We got out rebounded. We only had 2 offensive rebounds all night. That's not very good. That's not our MO. We usually come up with 7 or 8 at least. And but look at Jamir. I mean, on senior night,
you were
that kid
almost
went
a prophet, because you said, he's a guy that's capable of going off for 9 threes, and look what he does today, 9 3-point baskets.
Yeah, he was pretty remarkable. 10 for 10 from the line when we needed it. I'm proud of. There's a group of the guys in that locker room that I'm really proud of. I can't say I'm proud of all of them because I don't think we've had complete buy-in from everybody. But some people might say I shouldn't say that. But we've got a group of guys, and I don't give them enough credit because we've fought all year to get a total buy-in and to change this culture. And I think we've done a pretty decent job.
I think you've turned the corner.
Yeah, but we just didn't have everybody. I told those guys, there's 6 or 7 of you that just fought like crazy for each other the whole year, and we needed 8 or 9. And we couldn't get those last guys to just buy into what we were trying to do and fight and leave it on the line. And, that's part of building a program in the first year. You're just trying to get everybody to come with you and, be great teammates. And, we got to get better in that category. And that comes with getting a little bit more talent and a little bit more guys that are, that love it. Indeed. When it comes down to it, that love it. We need guys in here that love it.
All in, I think, is the best two words you can put forward.
Yeah.
One thing I will say, though, in the second half especially, it seemed like the all-in effort was there defending in the blocks.
Yeah.
Because that's where, let's face it, that's where you've been challenged all year long, and Washburn was making you hurt with Skeens and with others. And then, of course, they were hitting some threes in that first half, too, that kind of caused the point spread to balloon. But second half, those second chances really weren't there, and your guys did a great job defensively to giving yourself a chance to fight back and then delivering on the offensive end.
Yeah. The play, we tried to run something similar. We didn't run the same play we did the other night, but we tried to run something similar to give Jamir the ball late in the game, and he just fumbled it. And it might have been a foul. I don't know.
I'll tell you, the ball was deflected right off his foot.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, we tried to get him to look at it to maybe see something different. But, I thought about clearing the guy off that side so there was nobody there to help. But my mistake. But I thought we ran some good stuff to get us back in the game. And I thought we, ran some good sets. The guys really executed to get us back in the game. And I'll take that last one. Maybe we should have cleared that guy out to get him a free lane to the bucket. But anyways, I don't know. We just got to get better. We got to get some more talent. We got to get guys that love it and want to be living in this gym. We got a great facility. And I'll take responsibility. 8 wins is not good enough for this place. And that's not gonna happen again, I can promise you.
I know it hurts this afternoon, but there will be a brighter day, and I know you and your coaching staff will be out hard recruiting not only on the high school level, but also on the JUCO circuit to bring in more players to take that buy-in approach of their head coach, their assistant coaches, and continue this onward and upward effort. Great effort here this afternoon. Moral victories don't make anything any better, but still a gallant effort, especially in the second half, to come from so deep.
Yeah, I appreciate it. There's some guys in that locker room that did. They laid it on the line for each other, and I'm proud of them.
Indeed, you should be.
Thank you.
Proud of you too, Coach.
Thank you, Bill.
Mark Downey, the head coach of the Northeastern State Riverhawks, here this afternoon after a heartbreaking 88-86 setback at the hands of Washburn, and with the loss eliminated from any postseason competition. Had they won, they would have advanced because Lindenwood defeated Missouri Western, and that would have given the Riverhawks the ticket to play somewhere on the road on Monday night. But that's not to be. What is to be for Riverhawk basketball? The continued future of Mark Downey and his program that is on the right flight to success. And you heard the coach say, we got to go get us some more players, not just talented players, but talented players that are willing to buy in to the concept and follow the leadership of the coaching staff. Final score this afternoon in overtime. Washburn gets out of the event center with an 88-86 win. They'll move on into the postseason tournament, drawing a first-round bye. They'll play their first game in quarterfinal action later on this week in Kansas City. Last reminder for you, the women of Northeastern State will be in the tournament. They'll play on the road Monday night, 7 p.m. in Emporia, Kansas, against the Hornets of Emporia, who the two teams have split 2 contests, including Thursday night's win by the Riverhawks over Emporia State. But that's all coming up Monday night, and of course, they'll have the action for you right here on the Riverhawk Network. It's been my pleasure to call the action again this 2018 campaign, and for the final time from the NSU Event Center, Bill Huddleston saying so long, and best of you. Thanks for joining us here on the Riverhawk Sports Network.
NSU Athletics invites